In a fierce grilling, the veteran BBC journalist Jo Coburn answers from frontbencher Richard Burgon on how a Labour post-Brexit immigration system might look, but the MP for East Leeds remained vague, saying only that a fair immigration system was needed, before repeating shadow Brexit Secretary Keir Starmer's line that a deal would be negotiated with the EU. In the fiery interview, Ms Coburn asked, should there be a preference for EU workers after Brexit? Mr Burgon attempted to refer back to the Labour manifesto, stating, what we need after Brexit is Diane Abbott set out, it is a reasonable and fairly managed immigration system, that's what we need. Trying once again for a straight answer, Ms Coburn asked, right, but not preferential treatment in terms of immigration from the EU? Mr Burgon replied, well, if and when we leave the EU and as it stands, we are leaving the European Union, then what needs to happen is, as the manifesto sets out, then free movement of labour as it stands would end, because then we wouldn't be in the European Union. Ms Coburn then said, but you're not answering the question, would there be preferential treatment under a Labour immigration system post-Brexit? Should EU citizens get preference over non-EU? To which the Labour MP replied, well, I think we need to look at the economic and social needs, and also the needs of families who are here already. I don't think there's a simple answer on that. Brexit news, the Labour frontbencher faced a fierce grilling over Labour immigration plans. Image, BBC, clearly frustrated. Ms Coburn said, well, there is. It's either yes, they get preferential treatment, or no they shouldn't, they should have a level playing field with non-EU migrants. The Labour MP then said, no, there would be a deal negotiated with the EU about what the arrangements are when it comes to EU citizens. EU citizens have a very important role to play in our public services, very important role to play in our businesses and a very important role to play in our communities. Earlier today, Labour's shadow Brexit Secretary Keir Starmer said that Labour negotiations with the EU would involve a discussion about EU citizens. He told BBC Radio 4's Today programme, as for how people are treated when they come here, I think there is deep resentment of the hostile environment that was applied to some people who come here and not to others, and that's deeply felt and has been exposed over the last few months. Anything that ensures there isn't that sort of discrimination wherever people come from is a good thing. That having been said, if you want a close economic relationship with the EU, then obviously that will involve a discussion about EU citizens. I wait to see what the detail is the government comes out with, but the principle that you treat people fairly when they get here and don't discriminate in this way is right. In a key policy announcement next week, Prime Minister Theresa May is expected to say that a post-Brexit immigration policy will not include preferential treatment for EU migrants. It is understood that the Cabinet has agreed a post-Brexit immigration system that will offer visas to immigrants in a tiered system based on skills and wealth.